relationships.
Survivor Bruce should be.
And I was 14 and I was like, that summer going to high school, I think. I was like 14. I graduated high school 17.
Did you like it though?
I didn't really know what was going on. I definitely
all the victims always hit
I
you
definitely
with
didn't climax.
I didn't know.
I'm serious. I didn't climax.
Niggas
my first time.
Fuck you and fuck your depression.
By that time I had already jerked off to mad pornos.
Fuck all that.
So
I hope
like,
you did
sex was
enjoy
supposed
it.
to
If
be
you
like.
didn't, I don't give a fuck.
Alright, so Emma
I'm not gonna Harvey Weinstein her ever though.
That's just digital. This is hoodie. My head in a hoodie. My boogie. My cousin's a boogie. My cousin's like boogie. It is what it should be. If your life isn't like that, if you wake up in the morning and say, you don't say life is amazing, it is what it should be, you failed you.
Get your hand off.
That's all it takes.
R. Kelly got a hit. Hey. Hey.
In Hollywood, they're doing a lot of reboots, and I tell people when it comes to Hollywood, they don't try to reinvent the wheel because they don't know if it'll be successful or not.
Thanks.
But what they try to do is they try to find franchises of classic movies and redo it again for a new generation. Mm-hmm. So it's a word that they're in the works for a Coming to America 2. Almost 30 years since the original. Are we here for it or not? Eddie Murphy is 57 years old, just so I can remind you. He was 27 when he did the movie. He's 57. And he would play the role of Prince, King now? It would be King, right? A king, yes.
I would assume so.
I'm not a big fan of remakes, but I feel like with the right taste, they could do it the right way.
If they do the social jokes correctly and they really do it.
He'll probably be a king now.
Not like Belly 2 or things that should have never been a part 2 ever.
State Property 2?
You could never. That's a little different, but I feel like if they do it the right way, get the right young African American male actor, maybe Michael B. Jordan or something. I'm saying somebody that will be relevant. But I also like remakes sometimes because it brings the nostalgic back to the young community that kind of missed out on.
They said he would play the king. He would play the king coming back for his alleged lost son that he didn't know he had in America. So he's coming to bring his son back too.
Because he's having sex with the Burger King
lady. He'd be the heir to his throne.
Well, I'm interested in seeing where it goes, seeing how it turns out. I think when it comes to part 2s, especially this far apart.
30 years.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss. And it was a great movie. Obviously, it was a classic, so.
I always wanted women throwing roses on the floor when I walk.
The only reason I think it's a hit or miss, but it's more of a hit because they said majority of the cast that was in the original said they would reprise their roles and do it again. So a lot of movies, when they remake them,
new
people are dead or people don't want to do the role, so it's not even the same. So it's like Bad Boys 3.
I really want to see.
The Bad Boys 2 came out in 2003. The Bad Boys 3 won't come out until 2020, so that's 17 years. But is people saying that's a hit or miss? No, everybody's saying it's going to be a hit. So, I mean, if you have the original...
star quality.
If you have the original cast...
Will Smith and Martin.
Yes, if you have the original people doing it and you do it correctly, I think it can work.
Yeah.
So did you guys hear about this Tierra Marie? I don't know how she's even relevant now, but Tierra Marie and lose the 50 Cent revenge porn thing allegedly owe her $35,000.
Yeah. There was a case where Tierra Marie, they showed it again on Love and Hip Hop, where her ex Akbar put out a video.
Kareem Akbar, the intelligent brother from the bank.
He put out after they broke up. He put out some pictures and videos of them having sex, and I guess her issue was that 50 Cent reposted it and it took off, got a lot of views, got a lot of reposts after that.
Because 50 Cent is who he is. So this is 50.com. And
she decided that her best route was to sue 50, and she lost the case against him and owes him $35,000 in legal fees. The actual total for his legal fees came up to over like $150,000, but she has to pay $35,000. And his savage behind had a lot to say about it, talking about pay up.
who he is.
He said, "Pay up or go shit in a bucket."
Yeah.
R. Kelly voice.
So
Whoa, that was very insensitive. But he's a fucking savage. This is the king of R&B that just got to have a horrible week ever. Remember that show? It was like on Comedy Central saying worst week ever. It was
Yes.
like, R. Kelly's having like one of the worst week ever. So this nigga, why wouldn't 50's the king of king people while they down? And when you wrong him, he goes crazy on you. Look what he's been doing to Floyd Mayweather. So once she lost it, she opened up the floodgates to get crucified by 50. He's like the king of IG trolling.
yeah, I think she should have stuck to trying to, get the money out of Akbar. I don't, going towards to 50.
We're gonna hashtag this is 50.com on this.
I mean, when you go to a lawyer and lawyer say, "I think we can win the case," you say, "Okay, I trust the lawyer." And people got to realize it's not about facts when it comes to the justice system. It comes about power. You know what I'm saying? And influence. Yes, power and influence. So if you ain't got the power and influence, then it's like, you willingly acted in this sex tape, man. I'm sorry, case dismissed.
And not for nothing, Judge Judy voice.
Yeah, case
but
dismissed.
and not for nothing, but Tia Marie seems a little desperate to that's like a reach for her to try to, because 50 posted on his platform. Now you're gonna try to come for him. That was a little desperate.
Yeah, I think she should have stuck to trying to go after Akbar, but I know there was a lot of controversy with that as well, because during this whole suit against him, and she was constantly being seen with him. So it kind of put a damper on her case with that as well. So I guess because of that, she probably was just like, well, let me try someone else. Like, no, ma'am.
I think she's hurting for money. I think most people that ended up on Love and Hip Hop is hurting for money. And I think she lost, and 50's going to crucify people.
That is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
So, with that, we're going to head into our segment.
Watch the lit.
Watch the lit. Watch the lit.
Watch the lit. Watch the lit.
Watch the lit. We jumping right into it. We do the fashion thing first. Dre, I'll let you take it
Okay,
off.
so when it comes to the fashion industry, we got a couple who wore it best. So this week it was Tommie Lee versus Young Miami, both in a full Versace shirt and pants. Tommie Lee paired it with some leather boots, leather jacket, black. Young Miami had the white fur with the heels to match. So who do you think wore it better?
I'll let you go first.
I gotta give it to Tommie. She crazy, but she looked good.
I don't know who that is, but I seen the picture. We backstage before we came on. I'll say, I don't even put lit. See, that's how you know I'm wildin'. I think she wore it better. Tommie Lee, the older woman, out of the two.
I actually think Tommie looks better in the picture that we chose. Mm-hmm. I love Versace.
Yep.
But because I want to blow Young Miami back out, I will give it to Young Miami.
All right. So I'm just gonna slide off of that.
Miss Tsunami.
Yo, curves help an outfit, man. Tommie Lee, she got them curves, so that outfit was definitely working for her.
Fake curves.
And they are fake, but they
look good.
still help. They still help.
good.
It looked
So with the
good.
girl be like,
And I just like the way
that
she
weave
paired
look
it
nice.
better.
Oh, it's still my hair. I paid for it. No.
I paid for it. All of those dollars, I paid for them.
real.
So I paid for these curves to look good in this
Facts.
Versace.
And at least her thighs match. That's all that matters. You gonna get the butt, make your thighs match.